Well, I'm back at the range. Going to be testing out the Hollison. I'm going to be zeroing in at 50 yards, see how she rolls, and I'll get back to you. Nice if I take it off safety. Well, the max I'm going to do is 3 shots. 3 shots to see how the Hollison worked. Then I'll go check down there once the range gets cold. So just hang on tight while the range gets cold, and I'll get back down there. While I'm waiting, I'm going to take 2 more shots, making a total of 5. Five shots, I'll check my groupings on that, and we'll go from there once the range gets cold. Well, after checking the target down there, I see that I'm from center mass at 50 yards. I'm about 4 inches low and 1 inch to the right. So the paperwork says to per every inch is 4 clicks with MOA. So I'm gonna have to do 16 clicks up and 4 clicks to the right, and see how that works. Well, I made my adjustments. Let's see how. Moved it up to where it's supposed to be. 16 clicks for 4 inches up, and 4 clicks to go right 1 inch. Let's see how she works here. See if I can get it dead center. Felt good. You can feel the turrets of the clicks. You can feel it crispy. A little quick. Tell you that. You can't miscount. Well, check it out once the range gets cold. Well, I must have did something wrong. It said 16 clicks, but all my grouping went down. It should have went up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse it and see what I did wrong, because there's no arrows on here tell you what's going up and what's going down. So I'm going to regroup here and take 5 more shots and see where we go. I did some readjustments. I set it back to where I had it before and went the opposite way for some reason. I'm going to try that out and see where she lands me with the next 5 shots. Well, we'll see. Looked like I hit center, but we never know until I get down there. We'll check it when it gets cold. Well, I'll show you the target. I got it dead center. Grouping was about inch and a half. Circumference about 2 inches. Right above the X, right there in the chest line. The next red dot I'm gonna be shooting is the StrikeFire 2 by Vortex. I'm gonna be lining that up and sighting it in, and we'll go and I'll get back to you and let you know what's going on. First 5 shots with the StrikeFire 2 Vortex. Let's sight her in. Well, that's our first 5 shots. We'll see how she goes in the cold range. So the first 5, I was my grouping was good as the center of the group is about 3 inches low and 1 inch to the right. So I'm gonna make my adjustments and take my second 5 after I make my adjustments. All right, I made my adjustments to the red dot. Let's see if it worked out. I'm gonna take my next 5. It sounded well. Sound flush. I'll check when we get a cold range. Well, my phone died at the range. I was there too long this morning. Right when I was about to do the Vortex Spark 2, zeroing that one in. But basically, I did like first one with the Holocene and the StrikeFire 2, 3 sets, 5 rounds each. Spark 2 did the same thing. I got them all zeroed in, center mass, the way I wanted it. Every one of those optics are phenomenal. If I really had to choose one, to be honest, it'd probably be the Holocene with a shake awake feature. That's the only reason why, if I had to choose one overall. because the shake away feature, once you get it zeroed in and get it at the right strength of the dot that you want it, you just have to pick it up and put it on, and you'll have it right there, right on site, right on target. Other than that, I don't understand some people, okay? I understand we're at a public range, but be mindful what target you're shooting at, and especially someone that is trying to show different groupings on their target. Luckily, this guy couldn't shoot for nothing, okay? And I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, he couldn't shoot for nothing. And we was getting kind of weirded out. I looked at him and I was like, is he shooting at my target? Now, literally, I'm in lane 8. He's in lane 5. Now, I don't know how he figured out that lane 5 equals to 8 shooting downrange when the range in the forest off of State Road 40 slants to the left just a little bit, going downhill. How did he go right? A couple of us there were getting nervous about him because he stayed in his car for almost 2.5 hours before even getting out. When he finally got out and started playing with his weapon, it took him about an hour just to assemble it, figure it out, put it together. We asked him if he needed any help. He said no. I went to the 100-yard line to put my last target up to put the CV Life red and green dot on there, which is one of the cheapest red dots that I have, and see what I can do without the magnifier, because I couldn't even use the magnifier because I broke the magnifier. I didn't break it. I broke the bolt to it because I tightened it too tight as a retard. But needless to say, he wanted to put his clays on my target, which it says do not use clays out there or put them on the berm. He wanted to hang it from my target. I said, sir, that's my target. And he looked at me weird and proceeded to put him on the berm. He continued to shoot at other people's targets, not knowing that he was trying to shoot his target. And before anything blew over, I said, let me pack up and go. I already finished sighting in all 3, the Holosun, StrikeFire 2, and the Spark 2. So I just had those last shots. And at that time, I was shooting of course, I don't have video of it because my phone died. I was shooting the G-Force 410 single shot, 410 gauge shotgun. Little tiny, I call it the little pecker. That thing there put some holes in you. And if you got buckshot, like I was shooting. Spread was nice at 15 yards. I like it. Very light, small. I would say it's more for like a young boy growing up when going out hunting with his father. I recommend that for someone that's learning how to shoot from a shotgun all the way up. Has no kick at all. Barely felt it. It felt like I was shooting a .22 rifle. But with that said, I have a picture of my target, and I have some of the circles on there of the different groupings of the 5 rounds that I shot. Yes, some are. Now this is the second group of the Holosun and the second group of Spark 2 that were down. I zeroed in the StrikeFire 2 very quickly. All I needed was two sets of 5, and I was dead on, right in the chest where I wanted. The grouping wasn't, I wouldn't say what a lot of people say, oh, your grouping should be in a silver dollar or a dollar. amount, 2 inches. I was probably about 3 inches. But with 5 shots in 3 inches at 50 yards, zeroing it in, I believe that's good. And the last photo of my with the CV Life red dot, it's at 100 yards, like I said, with no magnifier. I was simply going for headshots. I have some flyers on the right-hand side and a lot of headshots. I was simply just doing that to see the difference from the last time I shot it and the last video I posted on it. Why was my headshots higher? And I believe it was the magnifier making the dot bigger than the silhouette, even at the lowest magnification. So without a magnification, I zeroed in, put it right in the head with a few, about 4 to 7 right off the side of the melon or the head of the silhouette. Regardless, all 3 are awesome, including the CV Life. Like I said, the Hollison I picked over out of all 3 due to the fact it is a shake awake and it's right on target when you pick it up. The battery life is tremendous on it. You don't have to shut it off. There's no shutting it off. Once you have it on, it's motion activated and it shuts down by itself. So in regards to my conclusion, Hollison takes 1, StrikeFire takes 2, Spark 3, and I could put all 3 number 1, but I had to put it in order. So Hollison 1, the StrikeFire 2, and the Spark 2, 3. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can get more content on here. And sorry for the interruption. I'll make sure that my phone is fully charged or I have a backup battery to it. So that's why I was charging while I'm waiting. Of course, you have to wait for a cold range before you can go and check your target. And a lot of people don't understand when I can't tell people to stop shooting because I am just zeroing in and only taking a few shots at a time. On that note, hope everybody has a good rest of the day. God bless you all. I'll see you next time.